Hello, good morning. Good morning, everybody who is here. I can see, I think we have about two people here. Alvan, how you doing, Alvan? Thank you for coming on. I hope the internet doesn't disappoint us again today. I sincerely hope it doesn't. So I'm just going to try one more time and no more, really. So, oh boy. So welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Welcome, Ibukun. How you doing? Thank you for coming on to watch. Welcome, Namdi. Good morning. Hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are fine. Today is Thursday. It's, um, it's a lovely day. So let me know, please, if you can see the video and if you can hear me. I need to be sure before I continue, okay? Let me know in the comments if you can see the video and you can hear me. Welcome, Anu. Thank you, Ibuku. Thank you. Thank you for reading. Yeah. Good morning, Anu. Yep. Okay. I think we have a number of people coming on. So please let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. It's important that I'm sure that you can hear me before I start, okay? Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Superb. Okay. Adedeji, welcome. So let's pray that today the internet works, okay? Let's pray that it works today. Alright, so what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go over the some things we talked about yesterday. The internet didn't let us finish. So, but what I need you to do today, because I want to be very, very fast today, I want to be very, very quick. So, keep all of your questions, and I'm going to call for the questions at the end of the class when I end it. All right. So, keep the questions till the end so that we can move faster today. I want us to be done in probably 40 minutes. Okay. If you were here yesterday, a lot of the things I'm going to be talking about will not be, we wouldn't have heard it the first time. All right. So, um, thank you so much for coming. All right. So we are going to get started in earnest. I am going to bring up my trusty PowerPoint slides. Okay, let's do a transition and see. Ouch, this one is it's kind of, I don't know, why is it blurred like that? Let me see. Let me transition it back. Mm, Scale to canvas. Oh, scale to window. Do I even know what I'm? Oh, okay, okay. I think I'm getting it now. Whoa, this is This is something else. Jeez. I'm trying to scale down the the window so that, because it looks over bloated. So I'm trying to scale it down. This thing is clearly not working. Okay, let me try something else. Let me try a different way. Let me see here. Ooh. Okay, I'll close it and restart it, and we'll see what happens then. Okay, I don't think this is gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to explain. Okay, I'm just going to explain. I'll go back to Windows. Why is this thing so big? Hold on, guys, just give me a minute. I'm trying to get the view, because it's kind of wide, and it is too wide, so I want to get the view right so that I can show you guys what I need to show you. Okay, I'm trying to see why it is wide, and for the life of me, I don't know why it is like that. Okay, let's try something else. Discard, view. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to explain. All right, this thing is just not working, so I'm going to explain, and I'm going to explain to you guys and tell you guys what you need to know. Can we go on so that we don't waste a lot of time? So welcome again, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad that you are here. Thank you so much. I do not take your being here for granted. You're spending your data, you're spending your time. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. So just going to say welcome to a couple of people. Oluwasegun, welcome. Pastor Ike, Chris, how you doing? Good morning. Adedeji, welcome. Amy, welcome. All right, so let's get started. All right. So we're starting with where we stopped from part one, which is how to ship your products to your location. anywhere in the world at very cheap rates. And I told you guys that there are several ways that you can ship your products, right? You can use UPS to ship your product, you can use DHL, you can use FedEx, or you can use EMS, right? Of these four options, EMS is cheapest of the four. EMS works with 9 posts, right? They work with 9 posts, but you shouldn't use any of these four unless you have a lot of money to spend. If you have a lot of money to spend, then that's fine. Then you should use um, either of these guys. But if you don't have a lot of money to spend, then there are other alternatives, faster alternatives, even if I dare say so, and that is using cargo shipping companies. Now, these other guys also ship cargo, but these guys basically their business and their business everything about their business is basically just shipping cargo, right, from China, from Turkey, from different countries, but we're focusing on China now, right? So a number of these companies that we use and that I personally use, one of them is called MBC Logistics. Their number, please write this down or type it or something. MBC, that's M for mama, B for ball, C for cat, right? MBC Logistics. Their number is 861 plus 861 598 927 1003. That's 1003 plus 861 598 927 1003. Then the second one is called Polo Logistics. They do the same thing that NBC Logistics does. Their phone number is plus 861 34 029 4171 plus 861 34 029 4171. Then you can use other guys. There's one called ISOX Direct, so you can find them on isoxdirect.com, right? Or you can use a company called Value Handlers. Their website is www.valuehandlers.com. That's value, then handlers with an s.com, right? If and this is if you're shipping by air, and it is best that you ship by air, because if you ship by sea, it is going to take a lot of time, because obviously you know that ships move really slow in the water. It's going to take maybe about a month to get here, and so on and so forth, right? So but if you're buying a container load, so say you've grown your business to the point where you're now buying in containers, right? You know, like all those people in Jalaba, in Trade Fair, all of that, those guys buy in containers. So if you try to ship a 20 feet container quantity of goods by air, all your profits will just disappear, right? So you want to ship that by sea. So when your business grows to that point where you're buying a lot of goods at the same time, right, you can use a company called Choice XP. That's choicexp.com, right? So that's how you bring in your goods. Now let's talk some more about making sure that your goods get here. So what you do is that whichever company you choose, and if you don't want to use any of these companies, it is perfectly fine. You can go to Google and do a search and look for companies that you can use to help you, bring your products to Nigeria. So let me do a search and show you guys what I mean. All right. So let's do a search. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. This thing is still, so I can't even go on. Like, what is this? Okay, so guys, this is what you need to do, right? Just go to Google and type cargo shipping company, China to Nigeria. And you're going to see from the search results, you're going to see a ton of sites that you can use to ship your product. All right, so that is what you should do, and when you do that, you will find a number of these companies. There are plenty of them, right? But what you do when you're getting started is, start small with a company, especially if it is the first time. The ones we have not recommended, if you're using a different company aside from the ones that I've mentioned, start small with them, test them, and see how efficient they are. But basically, the way they work is what you do with every single one of them is you go in and you do a search, right? You do a search and get their phone number or their address or whatever, and you contact them and tell them that you import products from China and that you want to use them to ship your goods from China to Nigeria. You ask them which city they are based in so that you know, and then they will tell you all the modalities. They will tell you to register with them and all of that. Registration is free, they don't charge for it, it is absolutely free. So what you do then is when you register with them, they are going to give you their address, right? So they will give you the address of their office in China, in the city in China. So what you now do is that you take that address and then you go back to the manufacturer and you tell the manufacturer that you want your goods sent to that address. When they are giving you that address, make sure they give you the address in English and in Chinese, because some of these people in these companies don't even know how to read English. So if they give it to you only in English and they can't read English, they will know what to do. So tell them to give you the address of their office in English and in Chinese. So you take both of them and you send it to the manufacturer's representative that you are talking to. So when you give them the address, the manufacturers will now calculate the cost of shipping the goods from their warehouse to the office of the shipping company. If it is in the same city, they don't charge you for it. Most of them won't charge you for it, right? If it's in the same city, tell them not to charge you for it. But if it's in different cities, it's going to cost you something. But it's very, very, very tiny. It's very, very small, right? So when you give them that address, if it's not in the same city, they are going to calculate how much it's going to cost to ship the product from their city to the cargo company's city, right, where their office is. So they will calculate that, and then they will add it to the cost of the goods that you are buying from them, and then they will generate an invoice inside of Alibaba or AliExpress or EC21 or Global Sources, whichever site you use. They will generate an invoice for the total sum, the cost of the goods plus cost of shipping it to your cargo company's office address, and then they will generate that invoice, and then you go in and pay for the invoice. How do you pay for the invoice? You pay for the invoice on Alibaba. It is super important so that you are protected, or you pay for the invoice using the site, using the payment mechanism provided by the site. Don't send money direct. Some of them will say, oh, send us money direct because they want to bypass the 45-day holding rule. Don't do that. Tell them that you are going to make your payment through the platform, right? So you make the payment through the platform. They get a notification from the platform that you have made a payment, and then they will take your goods and ship it to the cargo company with your name. So you see the essence of registering with the cargo company first, so that they will have your name with them, so that when your goods come, they will know exactly who owns that good, right? So when your goods arrive, you are not paying the cargo company upfront. They will ship your goods, they will calculate the amount and tell you this is how much it is going to cost to ship your goods to Nigeria, right? And then you give them the go ahead, and then they ship your goods to Nigeria, right? Now, some of them have different wait times, right? Some of them have, we ship your goods in 4 days. They will ship the products to you, and basically, when the goods arrive in Nigeria, you now go to the company in Nigeria, pay for the shipping of the goods and the customs clearance, right? And they will call you, because when you register with them, they will take your name, they will take your address in Nigeria, they will take your phone number, all right? So they may even sometimes they will tell you to send them an ID in case, so that if you ship contraband, they will know who to name, all right? And that's important. So when the goods arrive and they clear it, they are going to call you. They will call you, and when they call you, you will go to their office, make the payments, and pick up your goods. Simple. Now, I forgot to mention another company that I trust, I believe that they do a great job. That company is called Digiville. They will also bring your goods from China to Nigeria. Straightforward, no stress. The company is called Digiville Nigeria Limited, and their phone number in China, right, that you should contact is +86 132 6709 3249. Digiville Nigeria Limited. Don't forget that, right? Contact them and use them to ship your goods from China. So that is basically all of what bringing in your goods from China entails. Now, what you should also bear in mind is that the faster you want your goods to arrive, the higher you will pay per kilogram. So you see why it's important, why I told you guys in part one that the goods that you are bringing in, it's important that the goods that you are bringing in is not too heavy, right? So that the cost that you spend on shipping is lowered. Super, super important that. All right. So let's move on to the next thing. All right. So online marketplaces. So how do you sell your product? So your product has arrived in Nigeria. You need to start selling your product. How do you start selling that product? Right. So what you do is there are three different methods. Method number one is you sell on online marketplaces. So online marketplaces are sites like Jumia and Encore, right? Those are online marketplaces. So these sites will let you set up a shop, your own shop on their site. Now the way they work is when you set up a shop on their site, you upload pictures of your product, you put descriptions of your product, and then when somebody buys the product, two things can happen. It's either you send your products to them, to their warehouse, and they will warehouse it for you. Now, they will charge you per product that is sold when you warehouse with them. So if you send 50 products to them, they're not charging you for the 50 products at the same time. They are charging you per each one that is sold. They will charge you for warehousing it. So let's say they charge you 1,000 naira for warehousing the product for you, right? Then when somebody buys the product, they will charge that person for shipping and all of that. Then when they will collect the money from that buyer, and then they will take a commission for you listing it on their site. So let's say again that their commission is 500. So what it means is that if you are warehousing for them, they are going to take 1,500. 1,000 for warehousing for you, and 500 as sales commission for selling the product for you. Now, understand that these amounts that I just mentioned here are basically guesses. You have to register with the companies to know exactly how much that they are charging for warehousing and how much they are charging for each product that is sold. Now, if you don't want to warehouse with them, what it means is that you are keeping the goods with you. When someone buys your product on their site, they will send you a message and tell you to ship the product, that they have collected payment, or that the payment will be collected when you ship the product, right? So they have different ways to work, right? So when you are warehousing with yourself, with the goods is staying with you, you are not going to pay warehousing fees. You're only going to pay the commission that they are taking for every sale that you make. All right. So that's how online marketplaces operate. Now, I don't really like online marketplaces that much. The reason is because you don't get access to a lot of things that you need to make your business grow and become successful. You don't know who is buying your product when you use an online marketplace. You don't know whether it's women that are buying it prominently or whether it's men that are buying it prominently. You basically don't get any kind of data. You only get paid as at when due, depending on their payment schedule, right? And I don't like that. The reason why I don't like that is that I need this data if I'm selling my products, and I do sell e-commerce products. So the data is important that you have them, because the reason why you need that data is that that data will help you make decisions. You know which product is selling. You know the rate that the product is selling at. You know who is buying the product more. You know which area of the country that the product is going to more. Right. So maybe more people in the north are buying your product, so that you can now go to Facebook or Google or wherever you're advertising. So let's say it's Facebook. You can now go to Facebook and create maybe a new ad and target more of people in the north. You see why it's important that you have this data. Another thing is that without the data of people who have bought your product, you cannot sell them something else again. What it means is that to make new sales, you have to keep running adverts all the time, right? So that data is important, and that is the reason why I don't like online marketplaces or selling on online marketplaces. So that's method number one. Method number two. Now, method number two is you combining your own website plus an online marketplace. Now, another reason why I don't like online marketplaces is that the space that they give you to describe your product is really, 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 really small, really, really tiny, right? So, a lot of times you find out that you don't have enough space to adequately explain what the product will do for the buyer. And when people come online to buy something, they want to read descriptions of the product. They want to know what benefits that product will add to their life before they are swayed enough to buy it. With that limited tiny space that the online shopping platforms give you, you don't have enough space, to explain these things. That is why having your own website is important. Now, when you have your own website, you cannot explain your product in detail. You can put all of the content, you can put all of the descriptions, all of the benefits, you can put the pricing, right? So you can do that on your website and still have the product on the online marketplace. If you don't want to use the online market, if you still want to use the online marketplace, sorry, right? Now, some people prefer the online marketplace, especially if they are working a 9 to 5 job, right? You can't leave your job and be running around trying to figure out how to deliver products. So some people like that arrangement. So they warehouse the product with the online marketplace, but they set up a website where they explain all the details of the product. Then when they get to the point where they're asking people to buy it, they'll say click here to buy it on Encore, or click here to buy it on Jumia. So when people click on Conga, it takes them to their page on Conga, or they click on Jumia, it takes them to their page on Jumia. They now go there and buy the product and complete the transactions on those sites. And because you are warehousing with them, their staff will simply take the product from their warehouse and ship the product on your behalf and collect payments, and then pay you as at when due, as per their payment schedule. So instead of just doing strictly the online marketplaces, right? If you're still going to use an online marketplace, I greatly suggest and recommend that you combine it with your own website. That's for number two. Now, number three, and this is the method that I love best, and this is the method that I use. And I'm sure that you guys must have heard that Facebook launched what they call Facebook Shop, right? Where you can just sell your product direct on Facebook without sending people to your site. It's almost similar to listing your product on Alibaba or on Jumia or on Konga. I don't like that. I'm not going to use Facebook shops. I'm going to test it and see how well it does, right? But I have a lot of misgivings about letting one platform control my advertising and that same platform control my storefront. You get what I'm saying? I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket when it comes to business, right? So what I do, and what I will keep doing, and what I recommend that you yourself do, is that you continue using your own website. All right, make sure that you sell your products from your website. I don't recommend selling it on an online marketplace. Now, use an online marketplace if you are if you are working a 9 to 5 and you don't have a lot of time to handle shipping, right? Or and you don't also have a lot of staff to take that from you, right? So use an online marketplace. But if you have time, right, you have people that you can work with to do handle deliveries, send out products when people buy it, and all of that. Your best bet is to use your own website and forget the online marketplaces, right? Because now you can collect all of your data by yourself. Super important. Secondly, is that you have all the space in the world on your website to describe your product, right? You can describe your product. Third is that you get your money immediately, right? When the delivery people get there, they give them the product, they pay for the product. You usually have your money in days rather than weeks, right? So it helps you with cash flow. It is super important that you understand that. So I'm going to go to the comment sections and give you guys some examples of sites that are selling products directly from their site, right? So I need you can just click on these links that I'm sharing with, right? And check out those products. Now these are foreign sites, right? I can't share our sites now because we are rebuilding, so they are not even up. So we're launching a watch brand, and we're still in the process of building out the store. But if you look at this site, you see an example of what I mean by building a site that sells your product. You can see how the products are described in detail when you click on those links, right? So you and then you can see that people just click and then they pay for the product and they buy the product, and the product gets shipped to them. So what you do is you create your own website, right? When you create your website, you use what is called a website builder, WordPress website builder. Just search for it inside of Google. There are several types you can use. You can use Thrive, then Architect, right? Or you can use Optimize Press, or you can use Elementor, right? Either of these three works. Okay, so you install WordPress on your site and install these website builders, and then you can use it to build a storefront for your product, just that looks just like these site links that I just sent to you guys now. All right, so that's basically how you do it. So moving on, let's go to marketing. So let's talk about marketing, right? So you want to be able to sell your product effectively. You want to be able to sell your product and make sure that you sell out as fast as possible. All right. Now remember that in part one I talked about making sure that you choose the right market, because that is the starting point of selling your product. If you choose a market that is hungry for the product that you bring in, it will be easy to sell them. You don't even need to be a master marketer. You don't need to be a guru, so to say, a guru marketer, so to say, right? Once your market is hungry for what you have, then you are golden. So that is the starting point. So if you did that part well, then this part is going to be really, really easy for you to do and for you to accomplish. So there are about 2 to 3 things that you need to do very, very well to be able to market your product. First of all, you need to know how to write good adverts. And good adverts are simple, they are straightforward, they are easy to create, easy to write. So yesterday I didn't tell you guys this, so I'm going to give you a hack for writing ads, right? Go online and search for advert for your kind of product, right? So if you are selling a toy, children's toy, right? Let's say it's a racetrack toy. So you can go to Google and type, let me do that very quickly. Children race racetrack toy adverts. Let me see. So you can see that, and you can see what comes up, right? So you can see It says this one says toy cars advertisement. I know you guys cannot see this. I'm sorry, but you can do this if you're on a laptop. Please just do this. Just type children race track toy advert. Okay, and you can see some videos of of race of race tracks. So you can see some videos. You can see there are some. I'm seeing some really old ads on Pinterest about toy cars and all of that and all of that. Right. So racetrack. Let's see. Okay. So I'm seeing a number of them. Right. Some of them are videos on YouTube. Some of them are on Pinterest. Right. So number of them are on Pinterest. There you go. Right. So if I'm going to sell a race car track, right, aimed at children, and I want to sell it, who do you think is best to sell it to? Right? I'll sell it to mothers. Why? Because it is mothers that make the decisions, most of the decisions for what their children use. All right. So I'm going to sell it to mothers, and I'm not going to sell it to mothers who have older children. Right. So I'm going to focus on mothers who are between the ages of 25 and 40. Right? Because they are mostly the age bracket of women who still bear children. Now, it doesn't mean that those who are younger or older don't bear children. We are talking about the majority. You want to focus on the majority. So, I want you to see the race car track, right? So, the race car track comes with, it comes with, it comes with a car. Maybe it's battery powered and all of that. So, I'm going to write my ad and I'm going to say, um, occupy your children and finally get some rest. Right? Why am I using that? And I'm not saying this is exactly the ad I'm going to write. I'm just coming up with this from the top of my head, right? But it works. So this magic toy will occupy your children and finally give you time to rest from all the work of taking care of them, as my headline. Because your advert needs to have a headline, it needs to have a body, and then it needs to have a call to action. So I use that of my headline. This magic toy will occupy your children and finally give you time to rest from all the hard work of taking care of them. Why am I using that? Because I know that taking care of children is exhausting. A lot of women feel exhausted, they feel exhausted, and and they're taking care of these children from the day the children were born. The children are suckling and all of that, and they're growing gradually, and then maybe the children gets to 3 years old or 4 years old or 5 years old, and just at the point where the woman is trying to breathe a sigh of relief, that finally she can begin to to have some time for herself again. She gets pregnant again, and the whole thing starts again. So I understand how it is. So you want to make sure that you are using words that connect with the person who you want to buy your product. That words that is connecting with them emotionally. It is super important that you use those words, right? So when you say this magic toy will occupy your children's time and finally give you time to rest, I'm connecting with her desire to rest. It's an emotional desire, right? So she's seeing the toy and she's like, maybe finally I will see something that these children will not be bored of. Maybe they will not be bored of this one, and finally I can start to get my rest. And then you will now say, so my body now is the next thing that I'm going to write. So I will say, do your children quickly get bored of toys? Do your children quickly get bored of toys? This magic toy keeps them occupied 24 hours. In fact, you have to tear them away from the toy for them to stop playing with it. You see what I did there? I put even more benefits. I said this will occupy their children, because I know that most toys And I know this because I now have a child, and she's not even up to a year, and she's gotten bored of all of the freaking toys that we have bought so far, right? So I know that children get bored of toys, right? So that's why I'm saying that this particular one, they will occupy them 24 hours. That in fact, you are going to be the one to force them to stop playing with it, right? Again, I'm appealing to what's the desire in their head, right? And then we now come to the third part of the advert, which is the call to action, right? The call to action is what you want them to do, because if you don't tell them what to do next, many of them are not going to do it. Human beings are like that. People need to know what to do next. They need to be led, right? So I will now say, if you want to buy, click here to read more about the toy. If you're interested in this toy, click here to learn more. If you want to buy it for your kids, click here to learn more. So they click and they go to your website, and then they read the full description of the toy, and then they make a decision to buy or not to buy. Now, some of you might say, but do I really need a website to sell an e-commerce product? Not all the time, right? So here's what to do if you don't want to use a website, or if you don't have money to set up a website. But by the way, set up a website is doesn't cost too much. It will not cost you more than 10,000, I think, to set it up, right? That's paying for your hosting, paying for your domain name. Installing WordPress is free. The only thing that is going to cost you a bit of money, right, is the website builder. So the website builder is going to cost you maybe about 20,000 to 30,000, give or take, right? So, but if you don't have that, but you still want to sell e-commerce products, there's a way to do it, and here's how to do it. What you do is that the company that you buy the product from, ask them if they have a video demonstration of the product, because many of them do. Ask them, do you have a video that shows how this product works, right? So they'll tell you, oh yeah, we have a video, and then you tell them, let me have the video so that I can use it to advertise the product. Why a video? Because a video is like your website, right? A video, you can explain a lot of things in a video, right? Just make sure that the video is not too long. So let's say the video is between 1 minute and 5 minutes. That's fine. So the video demonstrates how it works. So what you do is that instead of what you now do with that video is that when you run an advert, the video is now your body, basically, right? The video is now your body, basically. So you put your headline, upload the video, which you can do on YouTube, right? So you can do that on YouTube. You can also do that on Facebook. So you upload the video, put your headline on Facebook, upload the video, and then put your call to action. So if you want to buy, call this number to buy. If you want to buy, call this number. So you get a phone number that you use to collect all of your sales calls, right? So what they do is that they see the advert, they see the headline, they see the video, they click on the video, they watch it. If they like it, they call your phone number and place an order. You see how it is. So you do this without a website. So that is the hack for doing this without a website. So but if you can't get a website, you should get a website. Still get the video, still put the video on your website. Either of them works perfectly. So that is how you write an ad. So remember what I said: headline, body copy, call to action. Super important, right? So, and if you want to know how to write this kind of ads are called two-step ads, right? So you go to Google and you say two-step advertorials, right? And you see how to write two-step ads, right? So two-step adverts, let's see. Two-step adverts. Come on, Google, give me something nice. Okay. Tutorials. So two-step advertorials. Swipe. Where is it? Okay, I'm going to give you guys a link now. I'll give you guys a link now for some adverts that you can mimic, right? And you can see how those adverts work, right? So here we go. Here we go. So you can see some adverts that you can mimic. All right, so let's go. So you can check out, where's the chat box? You can check out this link that I'm sending you now also. You can check it out. And then also you can also check this one out. All right. Okay. All right. So let me. So landing pages. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about that. I said leave the questions to the end, Ibuko. So so that's how to write your ads. Basically, it's straightforward. It's simple. Just go online, search for ads that other people have run for your kind of product, right? And basically just mimic those ads. I'm not telling you to copy it verbatim. I'm telling you to look at the structure, see how they structure it, see the kind of words they use, come up with your own angles, your own ideas around the ads, and run your own ads. Now, if you're running your ads on Facebook, there are certain things you cannot do. You cannot make claims. You cannot say this will cure this, or this will solve this, or this is a solution for this. You cannot say use the word solution. You cannot use the word cure. You cannot use the word um, uh, solve. You cannot do that, right? You cannot also not use superlatives, right? They taught us superlatives in secondary school, right? In English class. So good, better, best. So you can't say best, right? You can't use superlatives in your adverts. You can't. If you do that, they're going to disable your ads. If they disable your ads many times, they will just simply just block the ad account totally, so that you cannot use it to run ads again. So it's super important that you note these things. So the next thing you need to learn is how to write your sales letters. So I'm not going to go over the sales letters again, right? I'm just going to give you a link that will teach you how to write sales letters. That link breaks it down in minute detail, right? It breaks it down in minute detail how to write your sales letters. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys that link so that you use that link and you learn. It is a long read though. You will read plenty. Like you will read plenty, but if you spend your time to read it, you will learn a whole lot from reading that link. So the site is from copyhackers.com, right? So I need you guys to go read it. So that's the link there. But let me know that you're following, guys. Let me get some comments. Is this making any sense at all so far? What I've been explaining to you guys, just let me know. Just let me know with a yes. It's making sense. I love the content. Whatever you want to say. Okay? Adedayo, Emmanuel, leave the questions till the end. I will answer the questions. Just leave them till the end, okay? Alright, so let me know, guys. Are you enjoying the class? Are you following? Great. Okay, that's superb. Alright. So moving on. Alright. So moving on, I told you guys about the adverts and then the sales letters, right, and all of that. Now you need to build it out as a sales funnel, right? So your sales funnel is basically your adverts plus where they go to on your website, which is called a landing page. Wherever you send people to from your advert is your landing page. There is no one thing that is a landing page, right? The only difference is that the way you design a page where you send people to has to be designed in such a way that it captivates them, right? And that's the reason why with e-commerce products, and you know the thing with e-commerce products is they are physical products. People can see them. It's easier to explain a physical product than it is to explain a digital product. It is, right? This is this is this is my microphone, right? Do you want to record clear audio every single time you do a live stream? Buy this microphone. This is what this microphone does. It does A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And this is the benefits. It's going to last for 10 years. You're not going to spend more money buying multiple microphones to use. You get what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. So you want to make sure that your ad is taking people to a page that explains your thing, right? So whatever page they go to is what you call a landing page. There is no specific page. There is a landing page. Now sometimes the way the landing page is designed now matters. So I am telling you that with e-commerce, just send people direct to the page where they buy the product, right? You want to make sure that as fast as possible you are funneling in people who are interested in buying your product as fast as possible. Now, another thing you can do is that because not everybody who comes on your site the first day or the first time are going to buy that day. So what you can do is that you can put a form on that page and tell them if you are still thinking about it, you can fill in this form and I'll send you some more information via email. Just the way you go to my site on our teach you business.com and fill the form and subscribe to my newsletter. That's the exact way. So you can do that, right? So you take them from the adverts to a page like that. So when they sign up, it redirects them to a sales page. So I'm going to run through how the structure of your sales page is now. Remember to go to that link that I dropped for you guys. I'm going to drop it again about writing sales letters so that you can study all of that. But basically, everything you learn on that link is basically broken down into this structure. So you start with the headline. When you start with the headline, right, you come in with an intro. So the intro introduces you, right, or the concept of what you're about to talk about. How to occupy your children 24/7 every day of the week so that you can finally find time to rest. That is your headline. So you start with the headline. So I will now say, Dear Frustrated Mother. Right? We call that a salutation. Right? Dear Frustrated Mother. And then we go from the salutation to the intro. We say, are you always exhausted at the end of the day from taking care of your children? You have tried everything in the world to occupy their time. You've bought them all sorts of toys, it doesn't work. You've hired lesson teachers, hardly that probably worked a little bit, right? They're always seeking your attention, your time, and of course you love them. Of course you want to be able to attend to them, but it is taking a toll on your mental health and your physical health, and you are getting mentally tired and physically exhausted, and you are almost losing it. If this is how you feel, then I have good news for you. You see what I did with that intro? And then after the intro, you bring in your story. So I have good news for you. Then you tell your story. I know about a woman who was feeling the same things that you were feeling, right? And then you go through the story and you tell them this is what the woman used. Then you introduce the products after you tell the story, you introduce your product, right? Introduce the product. This is what the introducing what changed everything for her. Introducing the magic car racetrack toy. And then you talk about the benefits of the car racetrack. So this car racetrack is so good that um, it occupies children's time and attention 24 hours. So it is so good that you have to be the one to go and tear them away from the toys to either eat or sleep. So you reiterate the benefits and then you tell them how much the product is. So you tell them it is 20,000 or it's 10,000 or it's 5,000, whatever your pricing is. Remember what I said about pricing part 1? I said that your price should be at least 400% what you're paying the factory for it. At the very least, you can charge higher, but at the very least, you should be able to sell any product that you are bringing in. You should be able to sell it for at least 400%. You must make sure that you include the cost of your shipping from China per unit. So if your shipping cost from China, if the product costs you $5 and your shipping cost from China, so you ordered 20 products, for example, and you are charged $100, what it means is that each shipping cost for each one is another $5, right? Am I correct? 10 products and $100, right? So what it means is that your product costs you $10 each, right? So plus $5 for the cost of the product, that's $15 now, right? So $15 in naira is about 6,000. Am I correct? Yeah, give or take 6,000. Now you add cost of shipping it locally, you add maybe 1.5. So now your entire cost is 7.5. You should be able to sell that product for, at the very, 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 very least, you should be able to sell that product for 25,000 or 20. It now it is not up to 400%, but at least you're seeing a profit, right? It's important that you understand that. So you introduce your price and then you justify the price. You tell them, but don't think this price is too high. Don't think it is too high, right? Think about the rest you will get when your children finally start being occupied with this, right? Is it worth your mental health to spend 15,000 buying this toy for your kids, right? Is it worth your mental health? So you ask questions that you know they will say yes to. We call them yes set questions. So we set the yes questions for them. So that's what we call them in marketing. Ask them questions that we know their answer is going to be yes to. Because the moment they start saying yes to your questions, they are automatically convincing themselves that your product is the product to buy. You get it? So you justify the price and then you give them a guarantee and tell them, look, your product is guaranteed. If this product does not occupy your children's time 24/7, like I said it will, there is nothing to worry about. Return the product to me and I'll pay you back every single kobo of the price that you paid for it. Every single kobo. Alright? So when you introduce your guarantee, you now tell them about your scarcity. You tell them, but hurry, because we have only 10 of these left. And there are many women, frustrated women, just like you, who are reading this same page that you are reading right now. But if you waste time, by the time you get back to us, we may have sold out because we only have 10 left in the office. We only brought 10 because we wanted to see how well the product will do in the market. Right? So do hurry so that you can get one of those 10. Because the next time we bring it into the country, we're not going to sell it for 15,000 or we're not going to sell it for 20,000 again. We're going to sell it for 40,000 naira. Which what it means is that you're going to be paying double by that time, when you can save yourself 20,000 right now and buy it today. Right? And then the next thing is now your call to action. Again, tell them what to do. Tell them, click the link below and fill our order form. Or if you are not filling an order form, if you are taking the calls on the phone, tell them, call this number to place your order. And please, if you are using a phone to take the orders, please make sure this is absolutely important. Make sure that make sure that you buy a new phone line. Don't use your regular phone line, please. It is important, right? Don't use your regular phone line. Make sure you don't use your regular phone line. Make sure you okay. Let me see this. Why is my phone? Why is my screen freezing? Please, guys, let me know. Can you see me? Can you still see the video? All right. Let me know. Okay. Yes. Okay. Blessing says yes. Okay. Great. Please let me know if you can still see the video, please, guys. Okay. So basically, you need to make sure that you buy a new phone, get yourself a new phone, get yourself a new line, so that you know that that phone, buy a cheap phone. You don't need a smartphone for this. Buy any cheap Nokia phone that is sold for 5,000 naira or less, right? Buy a new SIM card, register it, put it in there, so that you know that this phone is dedicated to this business, right? So that whenever a call comes through, right, you know exactly that it is for this. So that is super important that you do that. It's frozen. What the? Okay, some people can see me. It's frozen. Why is it frozen? I don't like this. Why does it? Because I'm not going to do this after now. Static. Why the hell is this static? Okay, let me try something. Okay, let me adjust again. Okay, I think it should be working now. All right. I think it should be working now. Okay, great. It should be working now. Just let me know if it's working now. If it's still working for some people and it's not working for some people. So let me know if it's working now. Superb. All right. Okay. So good. Good. It should be working now. All right. Cool. So as I was saying, make sure that you buy a new phone line and a new phone for this. Something, if a cheap phone, right? And so that you are sure that you are dedicated this you're dedicating that phone and that phone line to this particular um, business operation, because it is super important that you do that. Okay, all right. So give them a call to action, then close. So how do you close? So you say, I hope that you take me up on my offer. Make sure you buy this and start, gaining back some of your youth and gaining back some of your life. All right, and then you give them a PS. So a PS, and then you say yours sincerely, your name, then a PS. So a PS is you just reiterating the pricing, the reiterate the pricing, restate the guarantee again, and remind them that you don't have a lot of these things yet. Reaffirm that scarcity again. When you do that, tell them click here to buy or call this number to buy. Give them another call to action at that point. That's basically the structure of your sales letter. All right. So now the next thing is deliveries. So somebody has bought your products, right? How do you handle your deliveries? How do you handle your deliveries? How do you ship your products to the person who is interested in buying the product? How do you send them your product? How do you make sure that they get the product on time? How do you make sure that you eliminate the tire kickers? You know who the people that are called the tire kickers? The tire kickers are the guys who they're not interested in buying, but they will go and sign up anyway. All right, they'll go and sign up, When you call them, the people who say things like, I just wanted to see if it was real, or I just wanted to see if the site would work. I just wanted to see if so and so and so will happen. Those are the people that we call the tire kickers, right? And these tire kickers will drain you of your time, they will drain you of your energy, they are going to drain you of your happiness if you are not careful, right? So we want to make sure that these guys don't drain us of the resources that keep us going, and make sure that our business is being run um, optimally. All right. So what you do is that you want to make sure that you eliminate as many of these people as possible. Absolutely. You want to make sure you eliminate as many of them as possible. Now, here's the thing: it is impossible to eliminate all of them. But the tips I'm going to share with you now will help you eliminate at least 80 to 90% of them. All right. So, so what you do is, number one, when you receive an order, immediately you receive that order, make sure that you are watching your orders, you are watching that phone that you used to receive the order, or you are looking at the email that is connected to your Google form, so that as they are filling it, their details, right, you are seeing it. And what are you asking on that Google form? You're asking them for their name, you're asking them for their delivery address, you're asking them for their phone number, and you're asking them for their email. These four things: their name, their delivery address, their phone number, and their email address. So you're asking them for these things, and when they submit it via Google form, or they call you and give you those details, right? You now have these details, and you can now take those details and now fulfill the order. But immediately the order comes in, make sure that the order doesn't spend more than 10-20 minutes as they are coming in. Call them. Call them, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, whichever one it is. Thank my name is Emmanuel from DGville, and I'm calling you because you placed an order for so and so. Is that correct? And they will say yes or no, right? So let's say they say yes. So when they say yes, say, thank you so much for your order. I'm calling you for two reasons. First of all, I wanted to appreciate you for placing this order. I wanted to let you know that we are real people, we are live people, we are for real. That's number one. Number two is that I want to be confirmed that you place this order and that you want us to send the product to you. And they will say, oh yeah, I want you to send the product to me. Yes, I was the one who placed the order. You tell them, thank you again. Please, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Do you remember clearly how much the product is selling for? So that they will not say that they don't know how much the product is, right? And then they will say, oh yeah, it's sold for 20,000. Okay, so that's fine. And I'm going to read out your address again so that we are sure that we have the correct address for the delivery. Your address is, then you mention their address. And then they confirm it. And you say, and your phone number is this. You mention their phone number, and they confirm their phone number again. And then you say, thank you so much for answering these questions. We are going to ship out your delivery first thing tomorrow. If it is in the morning, if you got that delivery before 12, tell them you are shipping it out that day, and please endeavor to ship it out that day. The reason why is that the earlier the product gets to them, the more likelihood they are going to pay you. The later, the longer it takes for the product to get to them, right? They will start having what we call buyer's remorse, right? What buyer's remorse is that they will now start justifying this thing that they bought. Do I really need this product? Do my children really need this product? Should I save this money? Should I not buy something else? I wanted to buy that necklace, and this 20,000 naira if I remove it from that money now, they will start thinking of things, and you don't want them to be thinking of things, right? You don't want them to be thinking of things. You don't want them reminiscing so much. That's why you need to make sure that your product gets there as fast as possible. So if they make the place the order before 12 any day, make sure you send out that order that same day. Call them, tell them that you are sending out the order, confirm that you should send out the order, and when you confirm that, you send out the order immediately, right? So that's how you do it. Because if you don't do that, they will take that money and they will give it to somebody else who is also doing business. I believe that that money is better in your pocket than in somebody else's pocket. Don't you agree? Let me give me a yes or no. Don't you agree that this money is better in your pocket than in somebody else's pocket? Right? Okay. So basically that's it. That's what it is. Make sure that you you are spending that you're sending this product as fast as possible, because the more days and the more delays that you have, the more the likelihood that they are not going to eventually receive the product and pay for it. Okay, super important right there. Okay, so now how do you send these products to them within Nigeria? So you use delivery companies in Nigeria, right? You use delivery companies in Nigeria. One of the best delivery companies to use is called Ace, right? Ace, and Ace is ace.ng, right? ace.ng. That is Ace, right? So you go to their site, sign up with them. The way they work is you deposit some money in your account with them. You register an account and you deposit some money there, right? So when you deposit some money there, as they are doing deliveries, they're deducting from that money that you deposited. When that money is down to, I think, 2,000, they will call you and tell you that the money is below now. It's down to 2,000, so that you deposit some more, right? So they are deducting the money that they spend to ship the product from that money that you deposited with them, right? So Ace works. Now Ace will do payment on delivery in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Any other city, they will not do payment on delivery, but they can deliver. So if you are shipping to any other city outside of Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt, you can use a different delivery company that does payment delivery in those places, or you can ask the people in those places to pay you first before you send the products, right? And that's what we do. If you are buying from any place apart from these three places, we'll tell you to pay us first. If you are not willing to pay us, then we are not going to ship to you, right? So, and sometimes they will say, "Oh no, I'm not going to do that." So that's fine. I can absorb it because I have a lot of reserve now. If you want to sell to other people, then you can't use Ace. You have to use a different company, right? So what you can do is that you can look for companies that do payment on delivery in those other places, or you can talk to Emmanuel of Digiville. I think Emmanuel is here on this stream. Emmanuel, if you are here, just type just type and let them know. Type a number that they can reach your people on for deliveries within Nigeria. Or if you know any company that does deliveries outside of Lagos, Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt, and that does any company that does payment on delivery in other cities apart from these three areas, please just drop that company's name in the comments so that they can say it. All right. So that is what you do to deliver products. Now, another way to deliver products is, especially in Lagos, if you don't want to use Ace, is that you can just go on social media and ask people, right? I'm looking for a delivery company who can deliver from so place in Lagos to another place in Lagos, and you will get plenty of them, right? You will get plenty people saying, "Oh, we can." They are going to give you suggestions and say, or some of them will even approach you directly and say, "Yeah, we can do delivery in so place and so place," right? And you can use those guys to do those deliveries. Super important. So that's how you do your deliveries. Um, you can also use NIPOST EMS. So go to any NIPOST office that is closest to you and ask them if they can do payment on delivery. Payment on delivery. Why payment on delivery? Because we are still a low trust society. And trust me, payment on delivery works. Now, like I said, you want to make as much as possible, you want to eliminate all the tire kickers. That's why you need to confirm with them that they ordered the product. Then when you're sending the product, if you're sending the product the next day, call them again and confirm that you should still send it before you send it. Super important, right? So the reason why you want to do payment on delivery is because Nigeria is a low trust society. People, and the way people buy physical products is that they see it before they buy, right? So that they're used to buying that way. They're used to buying that way. So if we try to change it, it's going to change, but it's gradually. For now, it works like that. Send the product, they will see it and they buy it. Now, some of them, your delivery people will get them. They will call them and they say, "Oh, I traveled," right? There are those tire kickers. Like I said, you cannot eliminate all of them, so you are still going to see a number of them. But if out of every 10 orders, if you deliver 6 to 7 of them successfully, you are going to make a ton of money in this business because your profit margins are high, right? You're going to make a ton of money. So those 2 or 3 people that suddenly fell sick or suddenly traveled, they are not consequential, right? And if you followed what I explained earlier about calling them, confirming before you send it, you're going to eliminate most of those guys. All right. Now you can also deliver your products to Ghana, right, and expand your market, right? You can send your products, you can advertise your products in Ghana, right, and expand your market. So you use a company called Eagle Express. So they send products from Nigeria to Ghana and collect the money on your behalf in Ghana and pay you the Naira equivalent. Super guys, good guys. They are very, very cool, right? So Eagle Express is eagleexpressghana.com. eagleexpressghana.com. The contact is Henry. Contact Henry on 233 57 428 6060. Right? 233 57 428 6060. Alright? So that's it. That's what you do to send your products to Ghana. Alright? So next thing you need to do is that you need to track your deliveries and handle returns, right? So returns are those people who the delivery guys got there and they didn't see them, they didn't meet with them, right? So the goods had to be returned. When the goods are returned, right, you need to track it. So if you give 100 products to Ace, for example, and Ace delivers 84, what it means is that you still have 16 products left with them. You have to track all of your products. Track your products, make sure that you record your number of sales, and then when they pay you, make sure you calculate the payment based on number of products that were delivered versus number of products that were returned. Super important. So if you sent out 100 products and 90 were delivered, and your payment for that 90 is supposed to be 5,000 each, what it means is that you are supposed to get 450,000, right? So they still have 10 with them, right? So they're supposed to pay you 950,000 after they have taken 450,000 after they have taken their delivery fees. They're supposed to pay you 450,000. So that if they pay you 445,000, you tell them no, you are still owing me 5,000, and then you can show them proof that you sent them 100 products. So when they come and when you send them a product, they are going to give you an invoice. Make sure you send that invoice and keep a copy of it. It is super important. 5,000 is big money in business. You may think it is small because it is just 5,000. When you multiply 5,000 in 1,000 places, that is 5 million. I've seen people use carelessness to kill themselves in e-commerce. Every single kobo matters. Every single kobo. I don't care whether it's 10 kobo, 5 kobo, doesn't matter. It matters. Every single kobo that you save is money that goes back into your pocket instead of somebody else's pocket. So make sure that you track your sales, track your returns, track how much you were paid, and make sure that everything corresponds. Okay? So that is what you do. And that is the final thing that we are going to talk about. So I'm going to take questions now, but before the questions, I want you guys to let me know if you enjoyed the class. Does someone here want to? Is someone here really interested enough to start their own e-commerce company? Let me know, right? If you haven't already started, of course, and if you have already started and you would like to learn more about this, right, in minute detail, right, also let me know. Okay, let me know so that we can move to the questions segment. All right. Okay, let me know. Let me know. Okay, so Blessing says yes, of course. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, great, great. Alvan says he enjoyed it. He's charged to start. Judith says yes, I'm really interested in starting my own e-commerce company. Okay, that's superb. All right, so um, I want to do something, right? I want to host a class for people who are interested in e-commerce, right? And that class is going to hold. Let me look at the calendar. That class is going to hold on the 30th. That's about 9 days from today. On the 30th of this month, Saturday, 30th of this month. Now here's what you if you're in that class. Here's what we are going to do. We're going to help you choose a product that we know is going to sell. I have a list of products. I shared some of them with you in part one. So if you have not watched part one and you're watching this, please go back to my channel and make sure you watch part one of this class, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to set up choose a product, help you select a product. We're going to help you find a manufacturer, a trusted manufacturer where you can get that product from for really, really cheap, right? Find you. I'm going to help work with you. So this is like a kind of a one-on-one now, right? So I'm going to work with you to find, get, contact the shipping companies that will help you bring the products down here, right? If you want to brand the products, I will help you negotiate with the guys, the manufacturing guys who own that product. Will help you do the negotiations and all of that to get that product in. Then when the product comes here, we're going to help you set up all of the marketing for the product. We're going to help you create the advert. We're going to work with you to create the sales letters for the advert. We're going to work with you to create the landing pages. We'll help you set up the site for the advert, right? We'll install the website builder. We already have licenses, multiple use licenses for the license builders, right? We'll help you set up that so you don't have to buy that again. We'll help you set up all of this and get your site ready to go. Let me know if it's something you're interested in. So that if you're interested in it, I can give you a link, right? Right, and I can give you a link, and you can pay for that service, and then we will be in touch with you. Now, what you can do is that when I give you this link, please, when I give you this link, it's important that when you make the payments that you tag me on Facebook so that I can open my DM and you can send me a DM. It is super important that you do this. Okay, so what you need to do is we're charging 30,000 naira for this, and believe me, it is a steal, right? Because only the website builder software is going to cost you about 30,000 naira. So we're writing the sales letters for you, we're writing the adverts for you, we're helping you build out the site, right? We're helping you build out the site. We're we're helping you find your targeting on Facebook, and we are going to make sure that the product that we select for you is a product that you can sell on Facebook. Super important. So I'm going to share the link with you now. So make that payment and please tag me on Facebook. We can't. It's not going to be a physical class. I'm going to find. I'm going to try to figure out the possibility of a physical class. If if I can do a physical class, then we'll do it. Because of the whole Corona thing, I'm trying to be careful, right? I'm trying to be careful with that. Um, if not the physical class, then we are going to have to do that online. All right. So here's the link to that page. Let me get that link real quick. Okay. All right. So I'm sharing the link with you guys now. I'm sharing the link with you guys now. So it's a paste start link. So you can just do that there, and we can do this, and we can get this going. Now, we'll probably do this for maybe about 10 people, and I'm serious. This is not scarcity because it's a lot of work. So maybe about 10 people at the most, because I don't want to exhaust my my time writing sales letters, because we have to write different sales letters for each person. We have to create different ads for each person, and the products have to be different because we don't want two people having the same product, right? So the day is going to be on the 30th, like I said, on the 30th of this month, right? If I'm going to see the possibility of hosting it, I'm going to see the possibility of hosting it, making it a physical class. If it's going to be a physical class, everybody will have to come with their mask, and we are going to observe social distancing. All right. But just in case we can't do a physical class, then we'll have to do it online. Well, if we do it online, that means that I have to also be in touch with every single person who joins that service, so that we can get this going. So in case you need the link again, I'm typing it again. I'm typing it again. So make that payment and tag me on Twitter. It is super important that we do that. So now you can start asking questions about this offer and then about the class that I just finished. So Anselm says, I already have a website. Can I get a discount? No, you cannot get a discount. Oh, goodness me. Okay, don't worry. I'll find something to do for you. Judith says, please, sir, what of those of us that are not in Lagos? Judith, what it means is that I have to do a one-on-one, um, a one-on-one chat with you. We're going to do it over Skype. All right. So if you're not in Lagos, I'm addressing you now. If you're not in Lagos, don't worry. Go ahead and do that. Make the payment. I'm going to I'm going to talk to you one-on-one. And in fact, this is what I need you to do. If you make the payment, please send me your name and your email to this phone number. I mean, to this email address, please. I'm typing the email address now. Tag me on Facebook, but also send your your name, your phone, and your phone number to this email address. Tag me on Twitter. Tag me on Twitter, please, and also send your name and your phone number to this email address. Okay. So if you are not in Lagos, um, like I said, I'll have to talk with you one on one. Just go ahead, and I will be in touch with you one on one, and we will make it work. All right. Amy Amy says, is that Amy? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I like pronouncing people's name right because some people call me Roland, which annoys. I don't show it though, right? I don't show it, but it's kind of irritating. It's not. It doesn't annoy me, but it kind of, irritating. So I hope I'm pronouncing your name very well, Amy. Okay. So Amy says, what do you think about Shopify? Yeah, Shopify is fine. You can also use Shopify to sell if you don't want to use a regular website, right? The only thing is that Shopify is set up to look like a Conga or a Jumia, right? So for Shopify to work like a regular website, you still need to buy like plugins that you attach to it and have it have that format. That straightforward format of a headline and all of that is is important. Okay, so but Shopify works, right? Shopify works. Okay, let me go back up and see. Okay, so Aderonke says I'm not in Lagos. I think I've answered this before. Ronke, there is no problem. If you're not in Lagos, fine. I'm going to meet with you via Skype. Alright? We're not going to do YouTube again. YouTube, I need to find a different software to use to do these streams so that we don't get interrupted all the time. The way OBS is doing. But I don't care. If you're in Lagos, there's no problem. Just go ahead, make the payment, send the email to Ronald at profitmarketingsystems.com, and when you send that email, also tag me on Twitter and let me know that you did that, okay? And I will be in touch with you so that we can have a one-on-one, right? So Pedro Chilaga says, is the use of different colors on sales pages important? No, it's not important, right? I don't use different colors. I use the same colors. I use the same colors for my headlines and for the sub-headlines, right? So it's not too important. So Blessing says, I'm interested in starting and want to. Okay, so Blessing, if you're interested in starting, here's the link for the payment. Again, let me share that link again. Please, if you don't have it, you can see the link again. I just shared that link again. Anu says, how do we sell an international audience like Ghana? I just explained Ghana during the class, didn't I? So if you're selling to Ghana, you go to Facebook and just run an advert, but this time instead of targeting people in Nigeria, you're targeting people in Ghana. Now, the same process, when people place their order, you send the order to them using Eagle Express. The courier company that sends to Ghana is called Eagle Express, right? So start with Nigeria and Ghana first. Please don't do UK until you have mastered Ghana and Nigeria. The fees and the competition will kill you if you are just getting started. All right. So how much do you need to start apart from the class fee? So you're going to need. It depends on the product, right? Depends on the product. You're going to need anywhere between 50 and 100,000. You can start with 50,000 actually, right? You can start with that, apart from the class fee. Okay. I hope I answered your question, Anu. So, and Nnamdi says I should do a quick recap of the offer. So here's what the offer is again. So what we're doing with this offer is that I'm going to hold a class. Now, the essence of the class is just for me to reiterate everything that I've taught you guys in the last 2-3 days. It's not as if we're going to discuss anything different, right? That is the aim of the class. But here's the advantage. The other thing that is different from me. What is different is that I'm not going to help you choose a product. I'll help you choose a product. I'll help you find a manufacturer where you are going to buy the product from, buy the best quality product at the cheapest price possible. Then I'm going to help you work with a courier company that will help, a cargo company that will help you bring that product from China to Nigeria, right? And then that's number three. Number four is that when the products arrive in Nigeria, I'm going to help you set up a website that you are going to use to sell the product. We are going to install the website, the WordPress website builder on that site. We will install it on that site and use it to build out the site for you. So you don't have to spend another 30,000 buying that software because we already have multiple use licenses for the software. So we'll just give you one of the licenses and we install it on the site for you. Then we are going to write the sales letter for that product for you. We'll write the sales letter for you. We'll write the advert for you. That's the next thing we are going to do. An advert that will not get you banned on Facebook. So you use that advert on Facebook to sell that product. Then we'll introduce you to the guys with the correct companies, say with Ace and all of that, so that you can now start selling the product. And then I'm going to monitor your progress, of course. Whatever issues that you have, anything that comes up, let me know so that I can help you resolve it really quickly, right? So I made an offer like this to in 2016. That was the first time I did something like this, right, on e-commerce. And a lot of the guys who were in that class are making really good money. Now I don't want to say they're making, a couple of them are making millions, but I don't want to use that. I don't want it to sound too hypey. I don't like hype myself, right? I just want you to know that if you take this offer, it's going to be worth it, right? So that's it. So let's answer some more questions. So Aderonke says, for part one, we're talking about email templates to send to manufacturers so that they can take us seriously before YouTube cut off the video. Can we get that, sir? Of course, absolutely. I'm going to give you that. The only problem now is that I can't show you my slides because for some reason the software that I'm using to do the screencast is malfunctioning. So it's not displaying the slides very well. But what you will do, Aderonke, is this. Please tag me on Facebook, tag me on Twitter, and I will share. You know what? Let me upload the entire slides. Let me upload it online and just give you guys the link. So everything is inside the slides. Those email templates, all of them are inside the slides. Okay? So I'm doing that now. So just give me a minute. Okay? Docs.google.com. Okay. So while I'm doing that, let me answer some more questions. So Raymond says, Blessing Audi says, I'm interested. Says, I'm interested in starting one. Of course. So here's the link to make the payments. I'm sending it again. ENA Paul says, when is this offer ending? So the offer is going to end when I get the first 10 people. If I get them today, that's fine. So the first 10 people, because it's going to take a lot of time and work to write 10 different sales letters, build 10 different websites, write 10 different adverts, do research for 10 different products, so I'm just going to make it 10 different people. So if I get the 10 today, or I get the 10 by the end of the week. But let's say, Paul, let's say that by this time, let's say Wednesday next week it should end. Okay? Let's say Wednesday next week. So Raymond says, best ways to advertise digital products, especially web development services. Raymond, this is an e-commerce class, but I'm going to answer that. That question. So best way to advertise digital products, Facebook. See, Facebook, let me tell you guys the long and short of advertising anything. Find where people first of all, identify the market for the product. See, this thing is straightforward. Don't mix it up, okay? Because if you mix it up, you are going to make mistakes. Find the market that is interested in the product, then ask yourself, where do these people gather online, and just advertise there. Simple. Alright? It's that straightforward. I hope I answered that. If I didn't answer it well, just let me know. I'll repeat it again. So Jay says, what's the delivery time period for products from China to Nigeria? It depends on the method that you choose. Most of the countries have 3 different methods, but it's usually between 4 days and 2 weeks. So the faster you want it, the more it will cost you, right? And it says, I was thinking there was a platform where we can list our products for an international audience to see something. Yeah, yes, there is, but Nigeria is not yet accepted. You can list your products on Amazon, but you can't do it from Nigeria, unfortunately. I would have loved to do that myself because you can make a lot of sales on Amazon, but Amazon has not enabled Nigeria for that yet. So for now we can't do that, right? So Uche the dog, hi Uche, how you doing? I know you sent me a DM. I'm going to reply, okay? So Uche says the 30K is it for the class and training? Is for both of them. It is for both of them, the class and the training, and for the setup. The 30K is for both of them. All right, it's for both of them. So more questions before we end. So we've done 1 hour and 43 minutes. Alvan says, do you think the coronavirus pandemic will affect delivery from China? No, it doesn't. Deliveries are still coming. What is delaying products now currently is the customs at the airports, the cargo section of the airports. They are the people that are delaying it, but they are going to resolve it within this week or by next week ending, right? Because there is a lot of complaints. The minister has been informed because they are trying to force importers whose goods came in during the lockdown to pay for demurrage, which to me it is stupid. It's a lockdown, so these people, these importers could not bring in their products during the lockdown. They couldn't clear their products. Sorry, they couldn't clear their products during the lockdown. So you now say that the time has passed for them to clear the product, that they should pay a demurrage, a penalty for wasting time. When the reason why they wasted time is because the government announced a lockdown and nobody could go out. It's stupid, but then government officials, especially the Nigerian government officials, have been known to be stupid a lot of times. So the clearing agents refuse to clear the goods. So it's been causing a lot of delay in the last 2 weeks. But I know for a fact that they are discussing and they are going to resolve that either this week or next week. So, but from China to Nigeria, nothing is delaying it, right? So once they do that, it's the product flows will start happening again. All right. So Chisom Christabel says, I just joined, but I watched yesterday and the day before. So what's the payment for? Because I'm interested. Okay, so Chisom, the payment is for helping you set up an e-commerce store, e-commerce site. So we're going to help you choose a product. We're going to help you find a manufacturers online for the product. We are going to help you. We're going to help you find cargo companies that will bring the products to you in Nigeria. When the products arrive in Nigeria, we're going to help you set up a site for the product. We help you set up a site for the product. We will help you beyond setting up a site for the product. We will help you write the advert for the product. We will help you write the sales letters for the product. Right? We help you write the sales letters for the product. We help you impute all these things on the website, and then you can start selling. And then we will help you, give you advice, monitoring, everything you need to have for you to grow. You will have that. Then I will give you a number that you can use to reach me, right? In case you have problems. Please, if you pay for this stuff and I give you this number, don't just call me arbitrarily, right? Only call me when it is important that you call me. Otherwise, I will just block your number. So that you guys will not say that I did not say it on time. All right. So anyway, that's basically what it is, Chisom. So Adedayo says, can I open many ad accounts with one FB account? Yes, you can. So what you do is you open a business manager account. So you go to business.facebook.com, open a business manager account, and then within that business manager account, you can open several ad accounts. Now, here's the thing. If you don't use any ad account that you open for 90 days, Google will block it, right? So make sure that if you're opening ad accounts, open two, right? Open two different ad accounts. So when you run adverts in both of them, right? Run adverts on both of them so that they are active. So that in case something happens to one, you can still use another one, right? So that's it. Amy says, okay, Plug Mali says, which shipping company is best for shipping items from China to Ghana? From China to Ghana. Okay, I don't know that because Ghana is not a big market for us. So, and we don't ship direct to Ghana. We ship to Nigeria, then we ship from Nigeria to Ghana. So I don't know that, but I'm going to find out for you. So what you do is, please ask me this question on Twitter and tag me so that I can help you find out. Okay, I have some people I can call to find out. So Amy says, instead of buying and keeping products, would it be a bad idea to dropship? No, it's not a bad idea to dropship, but dropshipping is another aspect of e-commerce. You see that I didn't mention anything in dropshipping in all these classes. It's another aspect of e-commerce. I'm going to teach that separately another day. I didn't want to bring it in here because it will confuse you people. And if you're going to do dropshipping, know that you want to sell to people in Asia, people in the US, people. The competition is mad. That's why I always recommend start here in Nigeria. When you start here in Nigeria, right, you gain experience, you gather some money, you keep some money aside so that you can now use that money to now start tackling doing drop shipping. So one of my students, right, Felix, you guys probably know Felix on Twitter, Akintunde Felix. He just moved over to drop shipping now. He was killing it in Nigeria, killing it. He was making a lot of money in Nigeria. He was doing 3, 4, 5 million every single month in Nigeria. So he has gotten some money aside. Now he has moved to drop shipping, right? So that is basically what you do. Don't combine all of these things. Start with where competition is less, where you can, and then reserve money, and then basically use that to now do drop shipping. Because the skills for drop shipping, everything, all of that is a whole other skill to learn. All right. So Nigeria as a country is making business. Of course they are. So Chisom says, I'm interested, how do I pay? Okay, so Chisom, this is for you. This, and then any other person who wants to pay, please use this link that I'm sharing. Please use this link that I'm sharing. Use this link, please. Okay, I just shared the link now. So use that link, please. Alright, let's see. Chisom says, what's the maximum capital you advise us to start with? You can start with 50,000, Chisom. Aderonke says, don't block. Of course, I'm not going to block you. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. But please, if you join this group, make the payment, and I give you this number, please don't just call me for only call me for something that is relevant to your business. Okay. All right. I saw an earlier question. Instead of buying and keeping products, would it be a bad idea to? Okay, I think I've answered that. The website where you do for us, can we add many products on it? No, it's a one website. You can't add more than one product, but there's a way you can do it that you can add more than one product. So it's either we register a domain name. We are going to discuss that when you make the payment and when I schedule my call with you, because I'm going to call every single person who makes the payment, right? When you do that, I'm going to schedule a call with you, and when I schedule the call with you, we're going to make a decision. Do you want us to register a website that will sell only one product? That is my style. That is what I do. If I have 5 different products, each of them has their own website, right? That's how I do it. If you don't want to do that, maybe you want to save money, I understand that. That's also fine, right? What you can do is that you can now you can register a general name. Maybe you can use the name of a business and register a website, and then now have slash this product slash that product. So each of these slashes are different pages for the different products. So we can do it anyhow you want it when we talk. All right. Let's see again. Having says one who register for this class will surely create father and son. Oh, of course, I don't mind. MM says after paying for the class, how much do we need to start? You can start with about 50,000 naira. You can start with about 50,000 naira. Okay. Adedayo Emmanuel says for a student that wants to pay for the class and go into e-commerce that can't handle inventory because of school, is there any provision for that? Yes, you can use warehousing with Conga or Jumia. You can do that. I will help you set up that too. Okay. So if you are working a 9 to 5 and you can, or you're a student and you can't handle the day-to-day like shipping products, all of that, right? I'm also going to help you set up a page on Jumia and Conga. Will help you do that so that you can list your products there. But we'll still set up a site for you. Put the sales letter on the site. Put everything on the site normal, and then you will house your products with them, and then the payment, the sales will be done there, and they'll pay you. Okay. So when you make the payment, please send me an email. After you make the payment, send me an email here, please. It's important that you do that. Send me an email, profitmarketingsystems.com. Okay. Ronald RONALD at profitmarketingsystems.com. That is the email you send your details. So send me your name and your phone number so that I can call you, please. I don't want to miss out anybody. All right, it's important that you do that. Okay. Aderanke says, Aderanke, please can you just repeat the question again? Sorry. Ronke, please repeat the question again, because if I start looking for it now, it will waste our time. Okay, let me just have the question again, Aderanke, so that I can answer that. And we are going to end by 2. Oh God. Godwin says, I just arrived here. Please can I have a quick summary of what the class is all about? Okay, so the class is about everything we've discussed in the last 2 to 3 days about e-commerce. Right? It's still basically me going over the same things. What is different is that I'm now going to work with you one-on-one. I'll help you set up, find a product on Alibaba or any of these sites. I'll help you find a product. I'll help you find a manufacturer where you can buy the best quality product at the cheapest price possible. Then that's number 2. Number 3, I'll help you get a cargo company that will ship the products to Nigeria for you. That's number 3. Number 4 is that when the products arrive here, I will help you set up a website. We will set up a website for you with web hosting. We will install the website builder software for building the site to sell the product. We'll install it for you. You don't have to pay another 30,000 for that, right? We'll help you install that on the site because we already have bought multiple licenses for the software. We'll help you install that. Then we'll help you write the ads. We'll help you write the sales letters for the product. We'll put everything on the site for you and then hand it over to you, and then you start running the ads and start making sales, right? And then we'll now basically do a sort of a mentorship thing, a back and forth thing. If you have any issues, any problems, if you want to scale, want to grow bigger, you want to advertise in a new place, anything you need to do, you can. I'll also give you a phone number that you can reach me on and ask any questions that you need to ask. Okay? So that is what that entails. Okay, I hope you guys got that. Now, so if you're interested, you want to join the class, it is simple, right? Just go to this link that I'm going to type now. Send me an email. Just give me a minute. Let me get that. Okay, so if you want to pay for the class, just use this link. Use this link. Then send me an email with your name and phone number to this email address, and also tag me on Twitter. And also tag me on Twitter. Okay. All right. So Adoranke says, apart from the class fee, what much will I be needing for product quantity, shipping, FB ads? That's what I said. I said you are going to be needing about 50,000. You're going to be needing about 50,000, give or take. Right? Anywhere between 50 and 100,000 is fine. Right? But not lesser than 50, please. Okay. Okay, I've answered Godwin Solomon. Godwin, I just posted the link in the chat box so that you can get it. Amy says, please can you drop a template for us to send to the manufacturers when we contact them? Yes, I'm uploading the slides. I'm uploading the slides so that you guys can get them. Okay, so don't worry about that. I'm sending that to you. I will give you the link to the slides that I was using to show you this. Now, okay. Alright. So I'm going to share the slides with you guys now. The templates, the email templates for contacting the email template for contacting the manufacturers is inside. Okay. All right. So here you go. So here's the link to the slides, guys. Here's the link to the slides. So everything you need is inside it. All right. So deadline for payments is next week, Wednesday. Wednesday next week. Okay. Yes, importation is still going on. Still going on. The economy has opened now. We just have a coffee, right? Adida Emmanuel says, when there's this offer and I will be having money in June and not this month, can I still join them? I'm not sure, Emmanuel, but contact me in June. Who knows? So Judith says, please sir, is there anything we need to prepare for the class, like a laptop or something? I'm going to let you know. I'll call you out, then I'll find out what you have, and then we will see what we, depending on your situation. If you don't have a laptop, then maybe I can suggest something else, okay? But if you have a laptop, that would be very, very fine. Or if you can borrow one, that would be really, really fine, all right? When is this class? Nnamdi asks. The class is going to be on the 30th. I said, if it is possible for us to do it live, we are going to do it live. But most likely, because of the coronavirus and social distancing, we might have to do it online. Okay? Alright guys, so we have hit 1 o'clock, 2 hours exactly. So thank you so much for coming. I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. for being here. Um, Alvan, Alvan, just tag me on Facebook or send me a DM, okay? And I'll send you the link. If you are watching from a mobile phone and you can't see the links in the chat box, if you can't see the links in the chat box because you're watching from a mobile phone, just tag me on Facebook and I'll send you the links, okay? So thank you so much, guys, for coming on the live stream. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for watching. And it's a wrap. Okay? We're ending the stream now. Thank you. So if you have any other questions or anything, just ask me on Twitter. Okay? Just come to my handle at Ronald Nzimora and ask me on Twitter. Thank you so much again for watching. God bless you.